an Arse Brothers production. Follow us on Twitter at The Arse Brothers. Get all our content on YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, and SoundCloud at Arse Bros. And if you like what you hear, don't forget to smash that subscribe button.
Welcome back to the Friday Arse. Yes, we have been on a bit of a hiatus. I've had a lot of things going on in personal life. Joining me today is Manny. Unfortunately, Cory can't join in because he's got things going on in his life at the minute. I think he's got some friends over or something, and he doesn't want his friends to hear us rant. I do believe, because this could be a ranting show after my hiatus from being on this platform. It hasn't been great watching Arsenal, and joining me tonight, as I said, is Manny. Manny, come on in.
Scunny, it's been a minute, bro. It's been a minute, and I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back on, and then to speak to you about something. And so,
mate, we haven't done a show, and I don't think we've actually spoke for a while, have we? I know we message each other and stuff, but we haven't actually spoke for a while. So this is the first time in a long while, and I think the last time we actually spoke on this sort of platform, I think we also had a rant, so it could come good.
Yeah, I mean, what else is there to speak about the minute, man? But I don't want to hear about coronavirus. I don't want to hear about COVID. I don't want to hear about anybody else right now. I don't want to hear about it, man. And yeah, it's been a sad day already. Yeah, the passing of the Dark Man himself. You know what I mean? An icon in DMX, man. It's a terrible day, bro. So
I know, 50 years young. Man.
50 years young, bro. Oh, so I've been on a day. It's a bit of a I'm on a tirade today, bro. Yeah, I'm in a bit of a tirade, man, because I've got to read, a story about a 50-year-old who was holding on and fighting to try to save his life. Meanwhile, last night I got to watch a pregnant-headed number 9 go one-on-one with the fucking keeper. I can't hit the damn, you dickhead. You dickhead.
Well, what can we say? As we're going into that, yes, we will go into last night's game. I'm just about to take a sip of water, but I'll leave that for a sec. In all fairness, it was an absolute shit show. Over these last couple of games, I've watched the Liverpool game. I'm not going to go further back than that. And then watching last night's game was absolutely terrible. I've never been, and I hate to admit it, I've never been bored up until lately watching Arsenal. I've never been bored watching Arsenal, ever. And then over the last couple of games, it's just got worse. Why is that? Come on. You must know. You must have a way of saying how you would feel about watching Arsenal at the minute, surely.
No, bruv, I was on a mountain of melancholy misery. Yeah, I thought I was coming down off that stinking perch, and to try to alleviate a bit of pressure on my brain, because the Liverpool result didn't do anything for me. I didn't even watch that game. For me, I've said it, bruv, Scunny, and I've said it for quite some time. It's the Europa League. Or don't talk to me about anything else. I don't want to hear about the league. I don't want to hear about anything else. For me, it's Europa or bust. Right? Made that very clear.
I think that's been prevalent for a while now, hasn't it, really? It's got to be Europa or bust, because the way we're sitting in the league at the minute, that's done. Surely that's out of the question. So, it's definitely Europa or bust.
When these dickheads went to Aston Villa and fucked it up, like, it was that was that. That was that. So for me, it's like, you know what? I'm fully plugged into this Europa League thing, and I've kind of just, even the North London derby, I was like, just let's get this out of the way. So we've got bigger business to worry about, right? So I come down off my terrible, terrible perch, and I'm like, you know what? Let's see what these lot are saying. And I regret, bro. I regret coming off that perch. Coming off that perch was the worst bloody decision I made all week, bro. What the fuck was that?
You definitely come down at the wrong time, mate.
No, I did come down at the wrong time. I'm pissed, Scunny. I'm pissed. Why is it that we always have to sit here, right? And we have to argue with people because they believe that these players are good enough. And then they put in performances like this. And you're like, what? Hello? What the fuck have we been telling you for all this time? You know what I mean? We've been screaming the same things for so long, Scunny, right? And people will say, this is an overreaction. No, it's not. How many times have we seen this? Or do I need to cast your minds back to Monaco in the damn Champions League? Yeah, remember how painful that was?
Well, just Monaco in the Champions League either. It was Olympiacos last season.
Olympiacos. Yeah, losing to
Yeah.
Ostersons at home. I know we didn't go out, but that was still a fucking shit show.
We went
Like,
out to
come on.
Olympiacos. Not like this time round, but last season we went out to Olympiacos in the
I
Europa
know.
League. And then this time we managed to beat them. And then we're taking on a team like Slavia Prague. I wouldn't say that was the best team I've seen us come up against. I thought they were very man-marking, there to be had. We had the players on. In all fairness, on paper, and I hate saying this sometimes, on paper we had the players there on the pitch to make a show of it. We could have easily won 4-5-0, in my opinion. But the way it was set, well, we could have done. But that's on paper. In real life, when you're watching football, that's not on paper, is it, or anything else? So it's the worst thing in the world when you see it and you think, geez, you sat there with your hand there, just thinking, fuck me, just get it over with now, please.
Like, Scully, at any point, did you genuinely believe, right, that we were going to see out the 1-0 and go to Prague with a little bit of a lead? Like, did you actually believe that we could hold out?
We haven't. No, I didn't. When it went 1-0, I thought, brilliant, this is great. But then we went 1-0, and then changes started to happen with some substitutions and everything else. And then they seemed to come against, they forged the attack, and we had no answer for their attacks at all. And it wasn't as if it happened all game either. It was like they had two chances, or two clear-cut chances. One they screwed up, the other one we screwed up.
Mm-hmm. And I look at it, man, bro. I was in the shower, right? I was in the shower. I had my speaker on, right, and I could hear the commentary. Right? So I peek my head around the curtain because apparently, the pregnant heads through on goal, 1-on-1. So I see it all developing, Scully. I swear to God, when he missed, you would have thought it was my older brother you were listening to in the background. I lost it, right? This is somebody who people deemed to be good enough, right? Some time ago. People were saying that he was good enough, and he's wearing that number 9 shirt, right? He's wearing that number 9 shirt. At some point during our history, that shirt meant something. So he's tasked with bringing the prestige back to that shirt. And what the fuck has he done? What has he done to earn that fucking shirt, to earn that money? How to wear that damn shirt with the emblem on the front? Nothing. Lack of a brain, lack of finishing, just a fucking loser. A loser in a long line of losers, bro. Right? A team just riddled with crap. I'm seeing fucking Hector Bellerin wear the damn captaincy. What the fuck is this?
Because we've got no other captains, mate. That's it. That's the
Do
reason. We've got no one else there. No one. No one else can wear that band. That armband.
The Hector fucking Bellerin.
Hector Bellerin. Oh, mate, don't even get me started on that.
Is this how far we? Is this how low we've dropped? Is this how low we've dropped, bro? This is how bad it's gotten. That Hector Bellerin is our leader. That he's meant to be leading the way. Leading what?
Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, when we're going about Lacazette and stuff like that, I think a lot of it was earlier on in the season. Aubameyang wasn't firing. And I think it was more down to an act of desperation that we need somebody to score goals. And the only person that we had at the time was Lacazette. So everyone was pinning everything on Lacazette, pinning all the hopes to just try and get some goals. And he can't even score. He can't even score on a one-on-one situation.
Yeah, but
Well, that's my opinion. That's my take on it. That's the only reason why I think that people were saying that Lacazette could be the answer. It's just, I think it's more desperation than anything else. I don't think
it's not like
it's nothing else.
An inexperienced player, dude. It's not like he's not got experience. So it's not like we're pinning our hopes on the 17, 18-year-old, right?
No, well, yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? We're pinning our hopes on somebody who people were saying should have been in the World Cup squad, bro. Right? So we're not pinning our hopes on just nobody, right? So we
should he have been in the World Cup squad?
Hell no.
I know you are a French advocate there, aren't you, with the French national team? And would you have taken him to the World Cup?
To do what?
Lacazette. To the World Cup. Would you have taken Lacazette to the World Cup?
To do what? Because he ain't scoring goals.
He ain't scoring goals.
What the fuck am I bringing him to the World Cup for?
Yeah,
no, fuck him.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, it's we weren't pinning our hopes on just the two Bob Francis Jeffers, bro. This is a player that we spent £50 million on.
Yeah.
Right? I expect you to put those chances away. Right? You've had time. You've had time to size this up. Right? How many chances do you need? How many more do you need? You're not going to get any clearer than that. In my opinion, as a striker, as a finisher, what the fuck are you up there for? If this is your bread and butter, how many times do you see training videos? Yeah, going one-on-one with Leno and banging it in. But when it matters, right? When it really matters, these players, fucking hell, man.
Yep. It's not just Lacazette who was. Yeah, it wasn't just Lacazette who was poor in the game either. You know, it was a poor game all around from a lot of players, I believe. You know, I honestly thought there was a few players that were poor. I thought Partey in particular was quite poor.
Partey sucked.
Yeah.
He sucks last night, bro. Sucked.
Yeah. I don't think he's really gotten used to it yet either. I don't think he's settled in very well. He's not been brilliant. He's been good in some games, but I'd say he's been good. I wouldn't say he's been outstanding.
His body's let him down. His body's let him down.
Yeah.
His body let him down, right? So he's still playing catch up technically, right? He's not here yet. And for me, like I always say, when you're a new signing, your first season for me is an automatic buy. Right?
It's a write-off. Yeah.
There's a lot to go. There's a lot to go into it, and we've got a global pandemic that's not even allowing these players to have a proper break, right? So I'm not going to go too harsh on Partey, right?
I won't go too harsh on him. I'm just saying I don't particularly think he was great in last night's game.
Oh yeah,
you know, there was other players as well. Like I thought Cedric had a poor game.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That left-hand side, Scunny.
It's a makeshift left back. I admit it is a makeshift left back, but
that was a makeshift left side, Scunny.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Really, let's face it. You know, Willian was it Willian in front of Cedric? It wasn't a great partnership. I just think there is other players who I have seen who I feel like are quite poor. Like Holding, I thought was quite poor. Gabriel was quite poor. Bellerin. Bellerin did what Bellerin.
Just I'm so sick of this. Like. Why is it that we moved to the Emirates in 2006, right? 2006 is 2021, Scunny, and we still can't defend. We still can't see our games.
No,
we still can't do it. But it's a different regime. It's the same issues over and over and over. Will somebody teach these cunts how to defend? See out a damn game.
See out the game, yeah. That's the issue in it as well, and I think that is a huge issue because I was looking back on it and stuff like that, and when we was talking in our chat that we have with the rest of the Arse brothers, you know, the best time we had the best defensive time we had was before pre-Emirates. So it's like, what have we done since then? You know, look at the players that we've brought in over that time to play defensive. It's shocking the amount of players we've had.
Do you know what, Scotty? The worst thing is, right, is that other clubs go out and find solutions for cheaper. Do you know what I mean? So it's not like the solutions haven't been there. It's not like the funds haven't been there, right? It's just that lack of fucking balls to go and get it done, right? It's always shortcuts. When it comes to the defense, it's always been shortcuts. It's never been world class, solid. Guaranteed.
It's not as if you don't need 4 world-class players either. You maybe just need 1 world-class player in that defensive role. You know he's going to be world-class. And it sort of brings the other defenders forward, doesn't it? It brings them up because they can see this guy as a world-class player, or even if he's a step below a world-class player, you know he's going to be a really good player. They sort of step the team up next to him, you know. It brings the players up next to him, and this is what I think we've been missing for a long, long time.
Yeah, a leading line. Yeah, somebody to just show a little bit of balls in defense. Somebody to show these boys. This is how you see out a game. Yeah, this is how you clear a ball, Cedric, when you're meant to clear it, right? And I'll put them defensive danger.
Someone showed me a picture of what Cedric did. You know, the lead up to their goal.
Oh,
and he had acres and acres of space in front of him, and he decided to play backwards towards Gabriel. And I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, who told him to do that?
Oh
You know,
God,
what are they teaching? What the thing is, what are they coaching into these guys?
you know, man, you need to coach everything into them, right? It's not
Yeah,
like they're
you
gonna
need to
take
coach them, but
responsibility themselves.
what are they possibly coaching into these players to make them do these sort of things? Like, you know, you've got acres of space in front of you, but you decide to play it backwards. I just don't understand what's being coached into it.
You know what's going right? This is when I'm going to take the coaching aspect out of it, all right? Because at some point you need to be a damn professional. How long have you been playing the game, right? How long have you been playing the game? Somebody doesn't have to tell you that you need to clear the ball when there's somebody coming to, to come to close it down. You should know this, right? I don't have to tell you to clear it, right? Fuck what's being taught on the training ground, bro. When you're in the situation, bro, you can be trained down to the T. You can be trained wonderfully. But at the end of the day, you cannot, right, go into a game and expect the scenario to be the same as it was in training. It's not going to happen, right? You adapt to the situation. And the situation called for lump that damn ball downfield and give the players and give the team a time to get back into the shape.
Well, you know what they say, if in doubt, give it a clout. You know?
Oh, for fuck's sake, it's simple. It's simple, but it's not rocket science, Stunning, right?
No.
I'm coming towards you, right? You're running out of time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pass it back to my defender who's also being pressed. Like, wait, oh, for fuck's sake.
Mate, it happens. It happens.
Unfortunately,
it happens to Arsenal a lot more than what it does to anyone else at the minute. It's horrible to see. It is horrible to see. Well, yeah, I don't know where else to go with it, to be honest with you, with all this. But it's exactly similar to what we saw at Liverpool. You know, it's been terrible. And that left side, I didn't know how much we missed Tierney until after starting watching that.
See, the thing is, Scotty, right, is that you're playing against Slavia Prague, who apparently didn't have their best side out, right?
I don't know that.
That's apparently what I heard, because I couldn't give a fuck who they had out there. It was supposed to be winning anyway. So you've got a team, right, who are not at full strength. You've got a team who you want to put to the sword and make a statement against. So your statement is to play a left side of Cedric and Willian. Yeah? That's your thought process there. You're going to go for Cedric and Willian. What the hell did they offer down there, Scully?
Oh, mate.
What did they offer going forward? Absolutely nothing. Willian was running down blind alleys, right? Looking slow, lethargic. I want to know what these non-negotiables are. I asked this on Same Old Arsenal earlier. What were these non-negotiables? Yeah? Because if you mean to tell me that Willian is doing these non-negotiables, somebody needs to tell me what the fuck they are, bro. Yeah?
Yeah, I think that information out of everything that seems to get leaked out of Arsenal or has done in the past, them non-negotiables needs to be leaked.
Man. Bruv. You cannot tell me that these non-negotiables mean you can't lump the ball downfield when you're in danger. Somebody tell me what they are. What are they doing in training? What is being taught into them?
This is what I mean when it comes down to coaching, you know, what's being coached into these players. I just don't understand.
No, but if what you're being coached, right, is your DNA, but in and around it, what is supposed to come after it is your own fucking common sense.
Well, yeah.
But I've forgotten that common sense is not common, and especially at Arsenal Football Club, there is no such thing as damn common sense. Because I see Bellerin because Bellerin's got the captaincy, so that doesn't make any fucking sense. Then I look at Aubameyang's hair. None of it makes sense.
Javinho in disguise.
Fucking just, what the hell is going on? We've got a 31-year-old who's got a midlife crisis. That's not your hair, Emery, yeah? So,
mate, well, I'm not going to go into his hair too much because I don't want to make personal attacks.
Fuck his hair.
Guy, but
no,
he does look, he does look like Javinho in disguise. And the worst bit is, he's acting like Javinho as well because he can't score goals.
Oh, bruv, he's been doing it all season. So we've been ripping him all season about his football. So why shouldn't we be ripping about his hair? Right?
Football and personal.
That's the only thing that he's changed, bro. That's the only thing that's changed about him is his stinking hair. Right? His performances haven't changed. Right? His ball bags still haven't gone back into his fucking sack. I don't. Oh.
I know. I don't. It's his hair. I can't get over that.
You know what? I don't know what else to say here, bro. Like, I don't know how many more times we can say the same thing.
Yeah, I'm struggling. I think the thing is I needed to come on because it's the first time I've been back, after a couple of weeks hiatus because I've had a lot going on. So it's nice to actually come back. But normally I would talk about, the games the past game and the future game, against Sheffield United. But I don't know if I'd like to go into it a little bit, but I don't know what else I can say. The only thing I can say is there's going to be a few players out with Callum Chambers, Erdegaard, David Luiz and Tierney. So we're going to pretty much see the exact same team against Sheffield United. There's not going to be much difference. They've got a few players out. But I don't know. I'm not confident we can go to Sheffield United and get a result.
Well, I don't care about Sheffield United, dude.
Well, I know you don't. Well, this is what we normally do on this show.
I couldn't care less about Sheffield United because Sheffield United is not going to have any bearing on our season.
Well, no.
We fucked this up. We have really fucked this up.
Well, there's still a game to go against Slavia Prague. But it's the same old thing, isn't it? We need to, we've got to go to Slavia Prague. Well, we've got to go to Prague and get the result. And I think that's probably the worst thing about it is that we've got to go to their ground and get a result. We've got to get that away goal because they've got it against us. So we have to go out and score. But you don't know where the goals are going to come from because there's no one. We haven't got a natural goal scorer anymore. Aubameyang's natural goal scoring is just gone. That's just disappeared with his midlife crisis. And we can't trust Lacazette because he can't score a one-on-one. As much as I really like Saka, I think he does everything brilliantly. He's a very good player. The only problem I've got with Saka is that I've said it before, is that he needs to work on his shooting, and that was quite evident from watching last night's game. He's still got time to do that.
He's 19 years old. He's 19 years old, Scott.
Oh no, right, I know. I'm not pulling him out. I'm not digging him out for it. But I just feel like one thing he needs to work on through his training at the minute. I think he needs to work on that massively. 100%. But yeah, like you said, he's 19 years old. He's still, he's still earning his trade, or he's still learning his trade.
And isn't it an embarrassment that the 19-year-old is the one who's leading the way here?
Well, it's not just that 19-year-old, is it? We've got another, 21-year-old in Smith Rowe as well.
Something like that. But I'm talking about in our front three.
Yeah.
In our front three, we have a Willian and we have a Lacazette, bro. So why is it that it's Bukayo Saka who is fucking outperforming them week after week after week? Listen, bro, I can't go through this anymore, bro. I'm gonna go get drunk. Or how? do some plumbing or do something, bro. But I'm gonna go.
We are going to do that. I'm going to keep. Well, in that case, and I'm going to have to keep this short and sweet because I can't. I'm not going to sit here and talk to myself. So, thank you for everyone who had joined us. I know there's a few people watching at some point. Unfortunately, I don't know what's happened to our Facebook page at Arse Bros. We need to get hold of Max for that.
Hey, Toby, you suck for not showing up, bro.
And
Toby, you suck for not showing up. Yeah, there should be. Where's that banner thing that you have?
There it is.
There you go.
We've got the banner for that. So yeah, Toby, you're a cunt for not showing up, even though you probably said you did. I don't know if you said you did. I probably got that wrong, but you're a cunt anyway, so we'll have it like that. I don't know when the next show of any other show with Arse Bros is coming out. Normally, we do have the OG show, but Max has had a child and is still working on that. It's going to take him some time because he's got some growing up to do.
You know what I mean? It's not just the child who's got to grow up, boy. Somebody else has got to stop shitting in the fucking Pampers, yeah?
Exactly. I'm not too sure when the Thursday show's out next. Normally, Darren doesn't do it on a Thursday when we've got a Europa League title. Probably won't be this next Thursday coming up with Thursday after. I'm not entirely sure. But for people who did join us for this quick 20-25 minute show, thank you very much for even jumping in and watching, and anybody else who catches us, by all means. It is only a quick one. Thanks, Manny, for coming in and joining in on the rant, mate. I know.
Listen, this was clearly, it was only meant to be 25 minutes, man. It was only meant to be a reminder. And you know, there's nothing nice to talk about anyway.
Yeah, right? It's a reminder that I'm still here. It's a reminder that you're still here. It's reminders that we're all because there's been no Arse Bros content for the last few weeks. So it is a reminder that we are all still here. We are watching these games. We're pissed off as much as probably the rest of the rest of you. I don't know what else to say. Fuck it.
Listen, bro. You stay safe out here, bro.
And you, mate, and to everybody else who's been watching. Stay safe. Shops open up on Monday. Enjoy the shops. Thank you very much. Good night. When I find the Friday Arse banner, there we go.
This is an Arse Brothers production. Follow us on Twitter at The Arse Brothers. Get all our content on YouTube, Facebook, Spotify and SoundCloud at Arse Bros. And if you like what you hear, don't forget to smash that subscribe button.